Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal, and redemption. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Now, on to today's story. I don't trust my wife. Need support. I am 29, don't trust my wife f 28. We've been together nearly 7 years, married for nearly 5 and have 3 children. I caught my wife having an emotional affair about 3 years ago. It was with her ex before we got together. This guy is a total psychopath that would emotionally and physically abuse her and force her to do things she didn't want to. She finally left him, and sometime after we got together. Everything between us wasn't perfect in the years following, but we both made changes and things were tenfold better. Well, my wife had been acting differently the last few weeks before I found out, and I decided to snoop and got on her Facebook. I found messages to him telling him lies about me and saying that she still loved him and didn't know why. Instantly my heart started racing, my hands were shaking and I wasn't sweating like crazy. All I could think is, how could she do this to me? How could she do this to our kids? I've never once cheated and actually go out of my way to avoid interactions with women other than family and the wife. I've given my life and my love, and this is how I'm repaid. I confronted her and she admitted it right away. She cries and apologizes and says she doesn't know what she was thinking and that he has messed her head up so bad she doesn't know what to think, but knows she doesn't want to lose me. I don't even want to look at her face. The next day she messaged him again and showed me the message as soon as she sent it, saying that I'm a great husband and father and I don't deserve this. She did say she still loves him and might not ever be able to stop, but wants nothing to do with him, and then blocks him. I don't think she cheated with him, because from the beginning of the conversation the ex said that he didn't want to be with her since she has 2 kids, 3 child not born yet. Part of me feels like I should have left her right then and there, and part of me loves her and never wants to leave, but ever since that moment I've never been able to fully trust my wife, and it's always lingering in the back of my mind if she has or is cheating, but I don't know and don't have any proof and find none when I look for it. What kinds of signs should I be looking for? What should I do to handle this situation? The last 3 days I've just been contemplating my life and wondering if this is ever going to change, and I'm mentally a total wreck. What has she done, not said, done, to show you she is trying to rebuild trust? Has she gone to counseling? Have you? She blocked him on everything. And I have all access to her devices, but I still worry because she's a stay-at-home mom and I work, so there is plenty of time to delete things. My wife did this. I was also worried, but moved on with life. She then started cheating in secret, with men and women. When I found out 15 years later, she was in the dozens. Cheating is a character issue. Therapy can't change someone's character. Your wife has said that she can't help herself, even after being caught multiple times. Yet she's done nothing to stop it, only lying to your face. If you stay, she will cheat again. 100% certainty. It is only a matter of time. Jesus Christ, dude. Please, everything worked out for you? Whatever happened to your wife? Ha, thanks for asking. It's starting to. D-Day was 2019. In 2020 we reconciled and went to therapy. Caught her cheating multiple times during therapy, so started the divorce, sold the house, moved out, got 50-50 custody, and no longer have to deal with her constant drama. Life is beautiful today. Ex has denied to her whole family she's had affairs, especially with women. She now lives with her family at 40, unaware that I have absolute proof she lied to the people propping her up. While I won't, I'm tempted to release this when the divorce is final. Nothing better to clear the record than one of her friends admitting they slept together. What are things they, cheaters, should do to rebuild that trust? My husband cheated on me 3 times in the last 3 years of our marriage. He told me that I need to get over it or leave the relationship. He gets upset with me for asking him where he is going, or why he is going to certain places. As if he has nothing to prove to me when he in fact cheated and broke that trust. I don't trust him at all. Since cheating, I don't feel like he is a great man or husband, but I am the bad guy for wanting to end the marriage. An example of blame shifting right here. Get a shark lawyer, and take him to the cleaners. Show no mercy, his behavior shows that he doesn't care at all for you. You need to blow his shit sky high. Consult several good divorce lawyers. Tell your family and his family about what he is doing. Tell common friends about what he is doing. Don't cry and feel sorry for yourself, be a warrior. Simply refuse to let him regain his balance once you start the process of ending your marriage. He will lie to you about wanting you. His serial infidelity shows 100% that anything he claims is a lie. I've tried to make it work and he has continued to show me that he doesn't love me. I told him his words mean nothing. I have wanted action, not lies. I have gone to counseling, but not for that issue which I should have brought up to my therapist, but I'm ashamed to even talk about it. Your therapist is exactly the person you should talk to about this first. They will have a list of strategies to help you navigate these times if you let them. Correct this. Misplaced pride is not how you lead your family. You grow a backbone and take the bull by the horns. Therapy is the exact place to discuss this stuff. Talk to your therapist. It will get better with time, but you will always have triggers. Do you have any checks and balances with here? Something like you can review all devices when you need to with no notice. I know you can't do that forever because you have to build trust. Though just the idea you can may help you. I have access to any of her devices whenever I want. If she is still a stay-at-home mom, how do you know she isn't hiding a burner phone somewhere? You could look at your router and see if another phone is using the Wi-Fi, but the router will only show the phone if it is on and in use. Or she could have the connect to Wi-Fi on the phone turned off. Then it wouldn't show up. Just something to check. How do I do this? I'm sorry but if you're contemplating doing this, you should just divorce her. A marriage is dead the moment one partner has to babysit the other into being faithful. Why would you ever want to put that much work into forcing someone to treat you right? Ask yourself, would she have to do this to me? The answer is no, because you're not a liar, cheater, or manipulator, so of course she doesn't have to worry about what you're doing. You're just the terrible husband shtick she uses to cheat on you. He never gave her a chance to not trust him. He never cheated on her. She doesn't have a reason not to trust him. So she doesn't have to do anything to find out if he is cheating on her. Whereas his wife has cheated on him. And it is not easy to forget that. It takes years to get healed from that. So if he wants to confirm that she is not cheating on him, he has all the right to do so, and it is not wrong in any way. If he straight away asks her, she will never tell the truth. Even if she is telling him the truth, he will never be able to trust her words, as she had betrayed him once. You say if it comes to this, it is better to divorce. No, it is not better to do that until and unless he is sure that she is cheating on him again, because there are kids involved in this relationship. He cannot divorce her just based on his doubts. So he needs to find out. Mom, please don't take this as an attack on you. I am just trying to make my point. If you felt disrespected in any way, please forgive me. It was never my intention. It's not that hard. I would just Google something like how to see what devices are connected to my Wi-Fi network or something like that. The only reason why she's not with him is because he doesn't want her. Marinate on that. If he wanted her, she would take your kids in the middle of the night and go be with him. She said he messed her up so bad that she can't help herself. Your love wasn't enough to pull her away from a guy that was beating her ass. Do you want to be with such a weak-ass woman? Bro, do you want to spend your youth helping your with get over her ex? That shit sounds weird to me, and I'm sure to you too. You can do better than that. She had refused to start therapy for a long time and only recently started going. Her last appointment, she has brought up the ex and the abuse she has been through. Did she also tell the therapist about the horrible, abusive hubby who's put her through so much, too? Those messages are a window into her soul there. She lied about you, right? The way she describes her ex is how she will describe you one day. Great point. I was trying to figure out what it was that didn't sit right with me about all of this. You hit the nail on the head. The biggest issue here is what she said about you, not that she still has feelings for her ex-BF. You need to make that a condition for reconciliation. IC for her and CC for the two of you. I would also recommend IC for you, preferably with someone experienced in infidelity and the trauma it causes. I think tomorrow I will confront her and tell her we need to go to CC. If she refuses, then I will tell her I want a separation, and if she still doesn't want to after a week, then I might have no option but to look into divorce. I think I might be able to get custody of the kids, I'm not sure. She has some health issues and she takes medication that a court might consider her not able to drive while using. Our youngest son also has health issues, and usually once a month we have to drive about 3 hours away to a specific hospital for tests and check up for him, and I take him every time because she is too afraid to drive on interstates. There's something wrong with this picture. She's basically offered her ex no-strings sex on a plate or to rekindle a relationship if he wants. Yet this low-character man has refused. That does not sound like the response from an abuser. You could interpret his response to "I would if you didn't have kids," but it's also a response from someone politely saying "WTF are you doing? You are married with kids and I don't want to be a home wrecker." Anyway, it is clear that the problem is being generated by her and her desires. The abuse may have been him trying to put normal boundaries that are accepted by society in place like a normal BF might, or maybe pushing for sex a bit hard for an 18 to 21-year-old woman at the time to take, and she didn't like having her wings clipped. Sorry if it's genuine. Not saying that anything is necessarily going on here, but her fear of driving on the interstate has generated a guaranteed day each month where you will be away for 3 hours plus 3 hours plus the duration of the treatment, food stops, etc. You should be interested in how she fills this time to rule out anything you might not like. I agree with this person. You only have what you've seen as proof as to his intentions. He's definitely not the good guy. What man preying on a married woman is? But she's literally begging him to come back into her life at this point, and he's refusing. Sounds to me like the only thing keeping her with you is that the other guy said no. How does it feel to be the second chance, backup plan? Buddy, I think you need to look at the bigger picture. She told her ex, who was so awful to her that he forced her to do things she didn't want to do, about how terrible of a man you are. She has, I assume, lied about you to this man, and now she expects you to believe that she's not lying about how her ex treated her? She has officially broken trust, and frankly I wouldn't believe her. If a person can lie about their partner and how bad they are to their ex, who's to say she didn't do that to the ex in the first place? He could very well be a great guy that she simply couldn't manipulate. I have a family member who turns things around on the people that don't accept her shitty behavior, all while accusing them of being manipulative and being awful herself. She has shown you with her actions that she does not value you. She does not want to treat you right. She wants you to take care of her, drive her around, all while throwing herself at someone else and ruining her marriage and her children's lives. She only cares about herself. She is not trustworthy. Divorce her lying, cheating ass. She's already proved herself to be a pathological liar who, 1, lies about one man to another man to manipulate him, and 2, has admitted she's with you because her ex didn't want her, not because she loves you. As she said, she'll always love him. Then she turned on the waterworks to manipulate you further. So she's got signs of a personality disorder. Consider them the amputation of the mental illness world. Can you repair a leg that isn't there? Not really. Same with personality disorders. You cannot grow a conscience for someone from scratch or ever. So if it's antisocial personality disorder or borderline personality disorder, you've got a better chance at curing death than either of those. Borderline, you have to basically assemble a fragmented personality from scratch, and antisocial, you just have to pray they don't kill someone with their bullshit. Normal people do not make up stories about abusive husbands, especially when you're obviously submissive to her and willing to tear your life up just to fix her. That's how she repaid you for being loyal to her, by destroying your reputation to her ex, no less. You can't fix some disorders in therapy. Her story that her ex is horrible and abusive is likely a lie she used to drag you into a relationship. It triggers Captain America things in males, makes them want to save a vulnerable female, the same reason she was telling him those things about you. So you really know what you're dealing with here. Therapy is in no way as advanced as treatment for physical disorders, and some disorders, there's no cure. Just know that going in. Be honest with yourself going in. Do you want to police and raise a grown adult when you've got kids to worry about? I wish I could give this person an award. This is the best someone has ever said something about this particular topic. People have this idea that therapy and psychologist stuff helps. With a few things it does, because I understand there are some people out there who really have no one to talk to about their mental state. But, at the end of the day, you as an individual still have to control what happens. As far as conscience goes, a person has to already have that in them. Therapy doesn't just help them develop that. You basically took the words from me. It's clear that this guy's wife told him crappy things about her ex, more than likely not true, to get him into this hero mode to protect and be with her. But 2.5 children, and she is still trying to get back with her abusive ex. If she didn't have children, Op would have been posting a whole different story right now, one along the lines of her physically cheating. I hope he realizes that. That's just not true. This is way more difficult than curing a physical illness. You never get over abuse and you never get over cheating. You just learn to cope with them. Consider these points. She was berating you to her ex. She seems to be the one who wanted to be with the ex, whereas ex denied. She told him that you are a good guy after getting caught. Attempt to cover her up and save herself. She mentioned that she loved the ex and will keep on loving him. That's a hint that in future, if he is open to be with her. Conclusion: you are a convenient option that she settled for, as ex had nothing to do. What you did after catching the affair, rug swept the affair and she got away with little to no consequences. What you can do now, if you wish to give your marriage a shot: get in marriage counseling. Get a post-nup with infidelity clause. 100% transparency. Ask her to write down the details of her affair, how she got in contact, when it all started, why she did it, in short every detail, and keep it just in case. How do I go about getting the post-nup? Contact lawyer. Since she lied about you being an abuser, how about you talking to the ex to hear his side of the story? Find out from him why they aren't together anymore. He will finally hear the truth. My money says the ex is a good person who set reasonable boundaries she didn't accept, and left to pursue her selfish lifestyle, rather than him being abusive. Maybe the only abuse was him telling her to get her cheating butt the hell out. She is a narcissist, and will continue to screw up everyone's life. I hate to say it, but it's time to kick her out and move on now, better than later. This behavior shows she's not right mentally. Get custody of the kids and move on with your life. Her behavior is dangerous. It should award you primary custody. Supervised visits for her only until she completes a lot of psychological treatment. Hi Op, I'm so sorry for what you are passing through, but whatever you decide to do, be sure don't take her back easily. Let her be in limbo for 2 or 3 weeks, let her crawl to you pleading for another chance, anything. She must realize, with actions and not with words, that her actions have consequences. This was 3 years ago. I'm just stuck. I'm a paranoid state all thr time. Right now I'm just stuck trying to figure out if I should continue this. Why are you posting about something from 3 years ago? I don't understand. What have you done since? So you were unable to trust her wife for 3 years? I just dealt with the paranoia and fear. I didn't want to lose my kids or to have them grow up in a broken home. Hate to break it to you, but they're in a broken home now. She is broken and needs professional help. Until she is serious about working with a therapist, not just showing up for the appointments, you will continue to live in a broken home. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please comment, like and subscribe. Cheers. Have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are.